All right, well, welcome everyone to another Xango faculty workshop, Super Saturday. And today we are going to talk about our amazing compensation plan. And this is the training I did at the Xango Business Academy yesterday. So I just want to share with you what I shared with them so you could feel like you were there for that part of it. And by the way, there's some other really wonderful trainings that took place, and over the next few weeks and months, we're going to see some more of the training that was done at the Xango Business Academy on our faculty workshops. So what I was asked to do is talk about our compensation plan, and instead of just presenting it, there's three phases of this really. I mean, the first is, what do you present to a prospect? And you just want to give them some basic information so that they can get an idea of the opportunity with Xango, that there is money to be made here, that we are a little bit different. We don't want to overwhelm them and give them too much information. But then when the person has made a decision that they want to get involved in our opportunity, then we absolutely want to show them enough of the comp plan so that they understand how to get started the best way, how to structure their business, what to focus on, what activities to focus on in their first 30, 60, and 90 days. And then, of course, long term, we want to really understand the full power and the dynamics of our compensation plan, because you know what, folks, Xango really does have the best compensation plan in the industry. I've never said that before because, come on, there's lots of great companies, there's lots of great products, there's lots of great comp plans, and I've never said we're the best, we're number one, even though I feel that way in my heart for sure, but because there's lots of good stuff out there. However, when you really look at it, when you really understand it, when you really understand the numbers, when you really understand what Xango has accomplished and the number of people making the kind of checks they are, you begin to understand they really do have the best compensation plan in the industry because they pay according to your effort fairly. There is no upper class, lower class, and nothing in between. There's a middle class in Xango, and you really can accomplish what you want to accomplish. So Xango has a lot of amazing bonuses, and every one of them is there to help you. Some getting started bonuses, some fast cash bonuses, some wonderful residual bonuses, and some terrific leadership bonuses. So let me start off with what I present to a prospect on the compensation plan. So if I was doing an opportunity presentation, whether I presented ERIS or whether I presented the best day yet, whatever it is I'm focused on, maybe it's the meal pack program, whatever I'm focused on, and I share with my new prospect about the company and the products, then when I get to the compensation plan, there's just a few things to talk about. The first thing is to understand our compensation plan is a volume-driven plan. Now, what does that mean? We've heard that. It's volume-based. It means we're building teams and not structure. Now, I love structure, personally. I love the idea, and Xango had a compensation plan for many, many years that required you to personally sponsor and develop people to reach certain ranks in order for you to promote. I had to personally find somebody and sponsor them myself, and personally help that person get to 1K if I wanted to go 5K, and help them get to 5K if I wanted to go 20K, and so on. And that's wonderful if that works for you. But what generally happens is you find somebody who finds somebody who finds somebody who finds somebody who's the superstar. The old adage in network marketing, it's not who you know, but it's who they know. Every dud knows a stud. These are some of the cliches. But they're cliches for a reason, because it is difficult to personally find 3 to 5 people who take this business serious and go all the way to the top, just like you did. But it's easy to find people and help them find people and help them find people and work their list and work through who they know and then work through that who that person knows until you find somebody who's serious about the business and then work with that person. So that's what we're talking about. The other thing is when you're building volume, I'm not saying you have to be a distributor that reaches a certain rank in order for me to promote. You just have to do volume. Customers can do volume. We have a wonderful Nothing Beats Free product line or program that says if a customer refers 3 or more of the customers, they can earn free product. So our customers can build volume. I might sign up a chiropractor or a gym, health club, salon, some service establishment which loves our products and carries our products for their clientele. It might be just that one business who signed up and buys a lot of volume for resale. So it doesn't matter, and now the doors are wide open for us in Xango. We are looking for 3 to 5 people who can create volume, either personally or through somebody they know. Wow, that is amazing. And I want you to know that if you look at all the compensation plans out there, this isn't something you find. This isn't something you find where it's not, you don't have to personally find people and help develop them into anything. You're just looking for people who create volume. Doesn't matter what their ranks are. So this is exciting. This is very exciting because all we have to do now is use these products ourselves and share them with other people. Customers, distributors, we don't have to worry about their goals in order to reach ours. We just have to help them reach their goals, whatever they are. They don't have to be the same as our goals, and that's what's exciting. So it's a volume-driven plan. I'm looking to build 3 to 5 teams of people. It could just be individuals. I'm looking for 3 to 5 people who I can help them create volume. And as their volume grows and my volume grows, I develop in the comp plan. Now, we showed that slide with all those different wonderful bonuses on it. One of those bonuses is my favorite part of the compensation plan. It is the unilevel compensation plan. This is where our residual income comes from. Our residual income comes from the reorders of our customers and distributors. So when I personally sponsor a brand new distributor, I'm going to earn a 25% Power Start bonus on that person, and I'm going to get paid that next week, which is awesome. Then their second order, and their third order, and their 100th order is all going to be paid through our unilevel compensation plan. And our customers' first order, I'm going to get paid 15% on my personal customers, but I'm going to continue to get 15% every time they order forever. So I've got residual on my customers, my distributors. This is where we're going to leverage ourselves. We're going to leverage ourselves by finding 3 to 5 people who will use and share our products with others until they find 3 to 5 distributors of their own. And the second, the third, the 10th, the 100th, the 1000th order placed by our distributors is paid out on our unilevel compensation plan. We pay through 9 levels of referrals. We pay 2% on all your personally sponsored frontline distributors, and then 5% on all the volume of all the distributors that they refer, that their distributors refer, that their distributors refer, and so on down through 9 levels. Now this is huge. You know, a good unilevel compensation plan pays 6 or 7 levels. A really great one pays 8. An extraordinary one pays 9. They're few and far between, and most that do pay that pay only 1 or 2% on those deeper levels. So Xango pays 5% down through 9 levels. One of the reasons why we have such extraordinary income being earned by people who are reaching those higher ranks and getting paid in depth in their organization. So let's just take a look at how this would work out. You know, the first position I try to help a new distributor get to, the first, where we're really making some money, we're paying for our products, we're earning profit, we are enjoying tax advantages, we are really in a really good spot, is the 5K position. So a 5K earns 5 levels of compensation. Again, 2% on their personally sponsored frontline distributors, and then 5% on all those distributors throughout that was 5 levels. So the example here is, if I found 3 people who just did 100 a month, 100 a month is an Aries system. 100 a month is a Xalo Pro Pack. 100 plus a month is our Xango juice and so many other products. So we find a product that's 100 a month or higher, but we're just going to look at the 100. And if I get 3 people who buy that 100 and refer 3 others who buy 100 and refer 3 others, everyone's using 100 and referring 3 others who are using 100. So when we duplicate down to 5 levels, which is what a 5K earns on, Now, a 5K is simply a distributor who has 5,000 minimum in total group volume, 5,000. And they have personally sponsored at least 3 people who've done 1,000 a month or more. So that's all we're talking about here. And in this example, if I found 3 who did 100, who referred 3 who did 100, who referred 3 who did 100, I actually have over 36,000 in volume within that 5 level. So really, at this point in time, I'm actually qualified as a 20K here, but I'm just going to show you the 5K. 5K gets 5 levels. 5 levels of pay on this scenario, a 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 business model with everyone doing 100, is over $1,800 in commissions. Now this is just on this one bonus. In addition to this, they're going to be receiving commissions on all their customers and their customers' customers and referrals and their distributors' customers and so on. And at this point in time with this much volume, they're also qualified for Drive Your Own Dream, an extra $400 lifestyle bonus that's going to be added to that. And depending on how many customers they have, they may also be qualified for our iBonus pool. So we have a lot of other bonuses, but just the residual on the unit level through 5 levels is over $1,800. Now I mentioned that in this example, I actually have over 20,000 in volume, and I have my 3 people all have over 5,000 in volume, which would actually qualify me as a 20K. And a 20K earns 7 levels of compensation. So let's just take that down one more level. What does that mean? 7 levels, if I'm still doing the same thing, each person's doing 100, sharing with 3 who do 100, and so on. The income over the 7 levels is over $16,000 that you would earn that month and the next month and the next month, so long as these people continue to reorder. So this is what we're talking about, leveraging yourself to financial freedom. So this is huge, folks, and I want you to know that actually at this position I'm a 20K, but look at my total group volume. In this scenario, everybody's doing 100, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Actually, you can see the numbers. Actually, I have over 300,000 in volume here, and actually qualified depending on how many personally sponsored distributors I have, at least as a premier. If I have a 4th personally sponsored leg, 100K, 200K. If I have 5, I could be on my way to 500K, but a premier earns 9 levels of pay. So now we're looking at this, whoa, another level, 8, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, and 9. What would that add up to? Well, folks, you need to do the math on that one. You do the math, you get out your calculator, and you just do the numbers. 3 people at $100 each is $300 on your first level. If they each got 3, there's 9 people on your second level. At 100 each, there's 900 on your second level. And just do it out. And then when you get to level 8 and level 9, you take that times 5%, and you look at the kind of income that you could earn if you were a premier or above with this business model. If you had 3 people doing 100, who had 3 people who do 100, who had 3 people who do 100, and so on. So this is the power of residual income, the power of leveraging yourself. This is what we're the eyes on the prize for. Plus, of course, in addition to this, there's like all kinds of other bonuses you'd be earning, rank advancement bonuses, and there's a premier and above. You qualify for the global bonus pool where you can not just earn on a share of customer volume worldwide, but on all volume worldwide, which is huge. So there's a lot of amazing bonuses. This model is based on only 100 a month, but the reality is most people are doing 200 a month, and I'll show you why in just a sec. If that was the case, you would double these numbers, but we're just kind of trying to show you the minimum so that you get an idea. Any effort duplicated over time can produce huge results. Now we've got some amazing opportunities in Xango. There's over 140 families now that have earned more than $1 million in commissions. This is huge. More than, let me say it again, 140 families have earned more than $1 million so far in their Xango career. But let me tell you what's more exciting. There's over 170,000 people earning 1,000 or more a month. Over 170,000 earning 1,000 a month or more, and over 250,000 people earning over $500 a month or more. Now let me talk statistics and break this down. It's really interesting because people who don't understand numbers can misconstrue the numbers. Recently in Utah, Fox News did this little expose on network marketing, and they were talking about how many distributors had signed up in a particular company because it's a public company, and so all those numbers and everything is public. And it was showing the numbers, and they actually said the odds were greater for somebody in a little leaguer, that it was an easier chance for a little leaguer to make the major leagues than it was for someone to be successful in network marketing. And it was like, okay, they totally misunderstand the numbers. They don't get it. They don't get that more than 80% of people who join a company are joining because of the products, because somebody shared the products with them and they like the products. And they might have signed up as a distributor. Xango didn't even have a customer program until just a couple of years ago. So every person that ever signed up in Xango, whether it was just to buy one product one time, came in as a distributor. So if we take our numbers and say over 2 million people have joined Xango at some point in time, that just means that over 2 million people have got an ID number and have ordered at least one product one time. But if you take that 80%, we're really talking about 400,000 probably that have signed up as a distributor with the intent to make money. Now we know that people's intentions, a lot of people never get around to it, right? A lot of people are still, trying to clear their plate and getting ready to get ready, and that's just life. But if we look at that number, 400,000 that have signed up to become a distributor with the intent to make money, and over 250,000 are earning $500 a month or more, that is huge. So those are some big, gigantic numbers that are very unique to Xango because of our compensation plan. And I'll tell you why our compensation plan. Because our company pays out a full 50% of the commissions to the distributors. Now 99.99% of companies in network marketing play a game. They pay up to 50% or as much as 50%. But they don't pay 50%. As a matter of fact, the average company pays out 32%. It's just the facts. 32%. 32 to 36%, depending on the year. The DSA releases these figures. The highest I've ever seen is 36%. Right now, I believe it's about 32%. What that means is Xango's goal is to be a billion-dollar company, and we believe they'll be that because they were the fastest company to reach $100 million a year in sales. And they were the fastest company to reach $250 million a year in sales. And the current record holder is doing $1 billion a year in sales today, and there's only 12 companies that have done it. The current record holder did it in 18 years. So it is barely 13 years old, and we're well on our way to meet that. When we're doing $1 billion a year, we will be paying out $500 million in commissions. The average company, $320 million. There is a $1 billion company down the street from me that they're public, so their numbers are public, paid out 18%. That means that company pays out $180 million on $1 billion in sales. Folks, Xango will pay out $500 million on $1 billion in sales. Now, this is huge because this is why our distributors make so much more money. The first goal is to get to $500 a month. The next goal is to get to $1,000 a month. The next goal is to get to $2,000 a month, and so on. And so we're going to do that. Now, if you're my brand new distributor, sign up today. I'm going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to talk to you about these biannual trips. They happen twice a year, and any distributor can start to qualify from the moment they sign up. The moment they sign up their distributor application, they can begin to qualify for the next trip. Now, the next trip's in February 2015, and the qualifications for that end in a few weeks. But starting December 1st, we're in qualification for the next trip, which will be in August of 2015. And it's going to be incredible. And all you have to do to earn points on the trip is sponsor customers and distributors. See, Xango rewards you, incentivizes you to do the activity that will help you create your residual income. So we want to sponsor customers and we want to sponsor distributors. Now, we have this wonderful Nothing Beats Free program. So I want you to understand that if you can get, and you find 3 or more other customers who do volume, you can qualify for free products. And the more they buy, the more you can qualify for. So I recommend that all new distributors maintain 3 or more customers always. Why not maximize what you can earn from Xango? So if I always have a pool of customers, I'm always going to get free product. Plus, that pool of customers are the best business candidates I have because they already love the products. So they're just a step away now from sharing them with other people. And I'm going to teach them how to do that with this Nothing Beats Free program. So they can earn free product too. And I can earn even more commissions in the customer bonus program. So we all want to focus. We should all be earning free product because that means we have a nice pool of customers that ultimately can become business building partners. So we focus on that, and we talk about the ADP Rewards program. Xango rewards you for being on the automatic delivery program. Hundreds of dollars in free product and event tickets to the next big event if you just sign up on the ADP and stay committed to that for 12 months. And that's what we want. We're looking for a 12-month commitment here to this business and to yourself so that we can begin to duplicate, begin to build that plan, begin to leverage ourselves. And then, of course, we go over the trip qualifications so that you fully understand. If I sponsor a new customer or distributor who does at least 100 points, I'm going to earn 10 trip points towards the trip. And if they do 200 in volume, I'm going to earn 25 trip points. And if they do 400 in volume, I'm going to earn 50 trip points. And all I need to do to get my foot in the door to get a spot on that trip is 300 points. That's a shared room. 500 points will get me my own room and bring my own guest. And then every 100 over that is with travel vouchers, so I can pay for my airfare and everything else. As a new customer, I'm going to be earning free product as I sponsor my customers, and I'm also going to be earning trip points towards this trip. I'm also going to earn something else because we have some wonderful other programs. Our Power Start, this is the first order placed by our new distributors. I get 25%. And if I'm on 200 a month, then I also earn 15% on all of their new distributors. So it's a second level Power Start, and all I have to do is be on 200 a month to get it. And there's some other rewards for being on 200 a month, which is why, going back to my original 3x3x3 business model, why those numbers can be significantly higher, because many or most of those people will actually be doing 200 a month because there's a lot of additional compensation you can get if you're doing 200 a month. But so this is the Power Start. This is my first order, the first order of all new distributors, and then they go into that level. But the customers, my personally sponsored customers, I earn 15% for life as long as they're a customer. Then once they upgrade into a distributor, I'm going to get 25% on the first order, then they go in the level. So 15% every time they place an order, month after month, year after year, I will get paid 15% the following week. But I actually can also earn on all the customers down through my 9-level organization. All I have to do is be on 200 points to qualify to get 5 levels of customers, another reason to be on 200 points. And then if I'm on 300 a month, I can qualify for 9 levels of customer payout. What else can I do? Drive my own dream. This is the next thing that we focus on, is we want to get to 10,000 in volume. That's what I need. I need to be a 5K, which means I have 3 people doing at least 1,000. But I need to have my volume at 10,000. And no more than half of it's from any one lake. And then I get an extra $400 a month. Car bonus, people call it. I can do what I want to with the money, though. I get to drive my own dream, whatever my dream is. The rank advancement bonuses, huge. Rank advancement bonuses is a couple $100,000 in extra bonuses I can get as I hit the rank starting at 20K, Premier, 100K, 200K. And if I do those within certain time periods, 6 months for 20K, 1 year for Premier, 2 years for 100K, 3 years for 200K, 4 years for 500K. Then I can earn double or even more than double in some cases the bonuses. So again, as I'm sitting down with you, my new prospective distributor, explaining this to you, I want you to understand, because if you're not ready to get started in the business yet, if you say to me, you know what, I got to clear my plate, I want to learn more about the products first, I want to understand the comp plan better, I want to try the products. If you indicate to me that you are not ready today to get started in the business and start talking to other prospective business partners, I'm going to recommend you start as a customer. Because again, as a customer, you can earn free products. As a customer, you can begin sharing, but you're not in the business yet. So your clock hasn't started for the rank advancement bonuses. And if you never do engage, I'll continue to get a 15% commission every time you place an order forever. So we need to understand that so that you know the best way to get started as a customer or a distributor. Some people, many people, start as a customer and then upgrade to a distributor when they are ready to get going. With the iBonus pool, so once you have signed up and decided to be a distributor, now I want to focus you again. I want you to have 3 or more customers so that you can get Nothing Beats Free. And if you have 1,000 in customer volume, you're going to maximize the Nothing Beats Free. You're going to get the maximum a couple $100 worth of free products every single month, but plus now you'll also get in the iBonus pool, because to get in the pool is the 1K, I simply have to have 1,000 in customer volume. By the way, in the pool, my own volume counts. So if I was on a 200 ADP, I'd only need 800 in customer volume to get in the pool. But I really want you to have 1,000 in customer volume so that you can also maximize the Nothing Beats Free. That'll actually count as 1,200 in iVolume, which will give you a bigger share of the pool, because your share of the pool is based on your customer volume. So this is a 3% of every customer order in the world is put into a pool for 1Ks to share, and they get their the ratio of that is depending on how much iVolume that they have. And then our 5Ks have a pool, and so do our 20Ks. So as you're climbing the ranks, you can participate in the iBonus pools. And when you focus on that, we have some people earning thousands a month in these iBonus pools. As you focus on that, and that's just a step along the way towards your recruiting process, and then they convert to a distributor, those who want to become distributors, then you're always putting new customers in. New customers in, staying qualified in the iBonus pool, letting them try the products during their process of evaluating and understanding everything about the business. Then as they convert to a distributor, they go into your residual model. They go into your unilevel. They go into your building your 3x3x3, and so on. It's just a process that will let you maximize every bit of compensation in the comp plan. And then, of course, as we hit the Premier and above ranks, now we're participating in the global bonus pool, which is it's the volume from every order in the world by every distributor and every customer. And this is shared by Premiers and above. And again, their share of the pool has to do with their volume. Premiers get to count all the volume in their first 3 levels. 100Ks get to count all the volume in their first 6 levels. And 200Ks, all the volume in their first 9 levels. So obviously, a 200K share is much larger than a Premier share, larger than a 100K share, and so on. And then there's a whole other pool for 500Ks, a whole another 2% of all the fast start orders, or the power start orders, the first initial orders of all new distributors that go into the 500K pool. Lots of money as you're climbing the ranks, lots of money. And so now I want you to understand what it's going to take, or what you have to do to reach these ranks. So we're going to focus you first on 1K. And you can become a 1K with customers. My first goal for you is to help you get to be a 1K with 3 customers, maximize your Nothing Beats Free program, get yourself a share in the iBonus pool, and get yourself to the 1K position. From there, I want to help you get to 5K. And you need to do that by finding 3 business partners. It could be actually customers. It could be 3 people who use and share products with other people. Again, it could be one person at a salon that does a lot of volume for their clientele. Or it could be a distributor who's building a network 3 by 3 by 3 and so on. Or it could be customers referring other customers. But I want to get you to 5K next, and you're going to do that when you have 5,000 in volume and 3 people with 1,000. Then I want you to 10K, which is between the 5 and the 20. It's 10,000 in volume. It's a 5K with 10,000 in volume, and no more than half of it from one leg. But that's where you get to drive your own dream and you get the car qualifications. And then we're going to get to 20K. So we want to understand what we have to do. We have to personally sponsor 3 people that'll take us all the way to Premier. And yet they have to be placed in at least 2 different legs. So we're going to personally sponsor people, and for the most part, we're probably going to have all 3 of them placed frontline to us because we need 3 placement legs to get to the top, all the way up to 500K. So we're going to understand this compensation plan so that you can determine where you want to go, and I can help you get there. And then again, we're going to talk about this unilevel. This unilevel is where all the power is at. There's 2% on your first level distributors, and then 5% all the way down through 9 levels. So what does that mean? We already showed some in our opportunity presentation, but now as training as a new distributor, I'll take it down and show you the rest of the numbers. Now I'll show you what is possible. And this isn't a guarantee of income. I mean, my gosh, if it was that simple, everybody would do it, right? It is this straightforward. This is the business model. If you get 3, who get 3, who get 3, and everybody has 100. The thing is finding the 3. It's not just 3 people who buy the product. It's 3 people who use $100 of the product and share with others until they find 3 people who will commit to using these products and sharing with others until they find it's finding the right 3. We all have to find the right 3. So first we have to find our 3. We have to help our 3 find their 3. We have to help those people find their 3 and so on. And of course we're really looking for 3 to 5 because 5 will take us all the way to 500K. Plus that gives us insurance. It gives us a few extra legs in case something happens, because it does. Over time, you will lose legs. You will lose legs because somebody will have a health challenge and no longer be able to do the business. You'll lose a leg because somebody will pass away. You'll lose a leg because somebody will quit and go to another company. You'll lose a leg for whatever reason. So we always want to be building more than just our 3. But this is just a business model, and I'll show you what will happen when you find the right 3. Here's just a little simple snapshot of everything that we talked about. It's a single page that I put together that I give somebody just so that they can see the different ranks, what it takes to qualify, and what your bonuses or rewards are at those positions. And then I like to talk about what it takes to hit the ranks. And this was a snapshot in 2009. Now I want to explain this report. We asked the company to give us a report on how many people that everybody had sponsored, the average number of people that a 1K sponsored, a 5K, a 20K, and so on. What was their average GV3, 6 and 9? What were their average earnings? And here's what I want to say about these numbers. In 2009, we didn't have a customer program, so every single person that you shared products or the opportunity with came in as a distributor. The other thing is, this isn't the average number that they had sponsored at the time they hit the rank. It was the average number as of 2009, which many of these 1Ks had actually been in the company now since 2002, so 7 years. So they had sponsored, maybe they only had 3 or 4 when they hit the 1K rank, but all these years later, the average was 15 at this point in time. So these numbers, again, here's the only reason why I still like to show them. Is just to give the example that you need to sponsor more people to hit the higher ranks, because you're going to get to be a 500K, you need 5 people. You need 5 committed leaders. By the way, the other thing about this in 2009 was I had to personally find 5 people to hit 500K. So it was going to take me a whole lot more than it would today if I just had to find 5 people and help them find people and help them find people until I found somebody that was referred by somebody and then start working with that person to qualify me. So these numbers are way higher than what they would be today, but still, it'll give you the example. We need to sponsor more people to find the right 3 or 4 or 5. Here's just an example of what it looks like, 3 by 3 we talked about versus a 5 by 5. So there is a lot more money in a 5 by 5 for sure. If I'm looking for 5 people front line and help them find 5 people front line, the income is staggeringly higher. However, it's easier to start with 3 and then add the 4th one as you get those 3 well and on their way and going. I don't think I started my 4th leg until my 2nd or 3rd year in the business. And I'm only just now starting a 5th. So this is like over time eventually. It would be great for us to have this many, but you don't have to start with this many because it's a lot easier when you start with a smaller number of teams and everybody works together with team building. I'll talk about the power of 1 because, again, there's a lot of people, it's all about your belief. And if you don't have the belief you can do it, you can't do it. So the power of 1 just shows the example that if you only sponsored 1 person a month, every month for 12 months, and each of those people have to commit to the same thing. We all use $100 a month, and we sponsor 1 distributor a month who uses $100 a month, who sponsors 1 distributor a month, and we all just make a 12-month commitment. So this is pretty easy. So 12-month commitment, my total financial commitment over 12 months is going to be $1,200, plus shipping, handling, tax, or whatever it is that I get, but not much. That's over a 12-month period. And then my activities, especially if I came in with a Xalo Pro Pack, had some samples every day, 30 samples I'm going to find at least 1 person a month. The only way I can't find 1 a month is if I don't share, if I don't talk to people, if I don't share the products with anybody. But if I'm out there handing out samples and sharing, I will absolutely get 1 person a month who will do 100 a month. But we're just trying to show you that any activity duplicated over time will produce big results. In this scenario, it takes 4 months to even hit 1K. It takes 6 months to go 5K. But now by your 7th month, you're a 10K, so you're car qualified. By your 8th month, a 20K, your 9th month, a Premier, your 10th month, a 100K, your 11th month, a 200K, and so on. So again, any activity that's consistent will produce results. The power of our compensation plan, I'm going to actually skip dynamic compression. I thought it was here. The power of our compensation plan compared to the rest, folks, we have a 50-50 partnership with this company. We pay out 50%, not up to 50% as much as we pay 50% because we have no breakage. Our company pays us all the money. They don't keep our unearned qualifications or unearned commissions. If we're not qualified, somebody in our upline gets the money. Somebody in your team is not qualified, you get the money. So this is the partnership that we have with our company. It is based on volume, not structure. It is just based on sharing until we find people who are willing to share, use products, and share with others. There are a lot of amazing bonuses in Xango and a lot of reasons why Xango pays more. We produced over 100 millionaires in our first 10 years. Compare that to the second best company in our whole industry that did 18. We produce millionaires, but more importantly, we produce people all across the board. People are earning more than half of our distributors based on the numbers in the scenario that I gave. Distributors that are really intending to build a business are making at least $500 a month and more. That is huge. That is life-changing because when you can make $500 a month, you can make $1,000. If you can make $1,000 a month, you can make $2,000. And it's all one at a time, one day at a time, one distributor at a time, one presentation at a time, one sample at a time, and you can build your business. I am going to open it up for some questions now. If you'd like to ask a question, there is a Q&A box in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And if anybody has any questions, please put them in the Ask a Question box. And while you are doing that, I would like to ask Tom. Tom, why don't you just share a few thoughts, if you would, please, about our wonderful compensation plan or anything else you'd like to share with everybody.
Thank you, Colli. I appreciate you doing the call this morning. And, gosh, I wish we would have had some of these bonuses and, car drive your own dream things back when we started. But the compensation plan has actually gotten better. You know, some people got frustrated when there were slight tweaks here or there, but, you know, it's about understanding what Xango is ultimately doing to achieve. They've, you know, a lot of companies, and Colli and I and many other leaders have been in other companies where the leadership, you know, lied and said, you know, hey, we're going to make it better for you, and it was worse. You know, when your check goes down, it's worse. But, you know, when you realize what Xango's put together and the different features of it and how easy it is to get on the global bonus for a 1K, that's phenomenal. And 5K and 20K, you know, it used to be for just premiers and above. They wanted to make that middle class even bigger, and that's what they've done. And, you know, Colli, I'd love to get some more current figures on for our slides. I'm sure they'll show a huge increase as far as what's going on there for all the different ranks, not just premiers and above, but all the different ranks. So we're excited about that. I do see that we have one question up in the question box, and Colli, it has to do with trip points, and do they roll over to the next trip?
That is a good question, and no, they do not. Each trip starts fresh, so we will start fresh on December 1st with no points. However, I did ask another question that I don't know the answer to yet, that I'm finding out, but I think based on the suggestion, and that is, what about the people that you sponsor in October or November? If their second or third order is in December, will we get trip points to them? I believe the answer to that is going to be yes, but you can't hold me to it because they hadn't foreseen that, but I believe it's going to be. But no, the points you have on the books right now, they start fresh December 1st. But I do believe you're going to earn points for December orders by people who came in November.
That's an excellent question, you know, because a lot of us people have brought in people in October and November, and of course our qualifications for those are 3 months. So December, January, and February, those people that we bring in, that'll give us trip points towards those 3 months. And as we continue to sponsor new people for, you know, March, April, May, June, I think it goes till the end of July, if I remember correctly, Colli, we'll have even more points. So, there, you know, don't wait until the last 3 months to start accumulating points. Start fresh in December and get going on those points for the next trip.
Absolutely. And yes, I foresaw that and asked the question, and they believe that that's going to be the case. They're going to confirm that, but I'm sure it's going to be the case, because why would they want anyone to hold off sponsoring somebody till December? Nobody wants that. So that's not going to happen. By the way, if you are concerned about it and you've got an application you're holding today, sponsor them as a customer, and then they can be a distributor next month.
That's true.
Also, all right.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to, I'll show this, and I'm going to let you close this up. Let me just share my screen. I just want to show everybody, somebody wants to know where you're going to get the recordings. The recordings are posted in a couple places. First of all, the meeting burner link recording will be posted on the Facebook page, so you'll look for it. Here's today's webinar post. You will see it in the comment box. So as you go through and look at some of the other ones that we did, for example, there's other things that are in here. But you'll see that the recordings, they actually get removed the following week. But just look in this post, and then in the comment, I'll put the recording for today. The next event that you want to plug into, you want to go to xuevents.com, because we have a lot of amazing events that take place from corporate, from the university. Our live weekly events are right here. We have an MB30 opportunity call every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. The number is there. We have a product call every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific. And this is where real people get on and share their real experiences on the Xango products, and they're amazing. We also have our Thursday night. We have one more week. They end, I believe, this next Thursday will be the last one I'm doing, and then they'll be up on a recording for you on demand, so you'll be able to still access them. But Thursday night at 5:30 Pacific time, right before the WWT training webinar, which is Thursday night at 6 o'clock Pacific. So we have this opportunity, and then our Get Amped calls every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, and then, of course, our faculty workshops every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. So make sure that you're plugging into the events and using the events. Now, the other thing is that all of our calls, our product calls, our Super Saturday training webinars, all of those are archived in our Xango University. If you're not yet a member, we have some special use. You go to xuworldwide.com and click Enroll Now. You'll see that we have two special tuitions going on right now, a $15 a month, or you can pay quarterly, $40 a quarter, which comes out to $13.33. So you can enroll now and take advantage of some of those specials. And then what happens is when you're a scholar, you'll be able to have access to a lot of amazing training. And if you have not yet seen the university inside, you definitely want to become a member, because there is so much training that's in here. So we have our regular curriculum training for freshmen, sophomore, junior, and it takes you all the way through how to be a 5K and a 20K and all of that. But we have our product education building. This is where people can get the archives to the product experiences audio archive, and you'll be able to go back for years at our wonderful, and it tells you what every single one was on. So if you go to the product experience archives and you're looking for something particular, you'll see this last week, personal product experiences on asthma, sinus infections, allergies, post-traumatic stress disorder. It'll tell you what they're on. You can search the page by doing a Control F to find something and type something in, and it'll take you to one of the calls that would talk about that. So a lot of great product education stuff in here as well. We have a lot of stuff on Xango Eris already in here, so make sure you're looking at that. And then our library building. This is where you're going to find the faculty training archives. And if we go there, there's a video player that will actually take you through all of the videos. So there'll be last week's training, the week before, the week before, the week before, the week before, and so on. So you can go back actually again for a lot of training. We don't recommend you spend too much time in the university, no more than 30 to 60 minutes a day, depending on whether you're part-time or full-time, because your number one, 80% of your time should be spent on activities that will generate volume in your business. 20% on learning, growing, supporting, and that kind of stuff. But whatever time you have to do this business, if it's 2 hours a day, 80% of that time needs to be spent on activities that will generate volume for your business. What does that mean? Handing out a sample, inviting somebody to an opportunity call, putting them in your My Xango Builder app, sending them presentations, activities that will generate volume. So that's all I have there. Tom, I think we don't know for sure about the dates yet, because when you just told me about the 28th being in the know, I wonder if you want to do your training and the in the know on that day, so that you can do a training and then do the in the know on the same time rather than 2 weeks in a row. But you tell me what you think, best for coming up. But we've got a lot of wonderful stuff coming up. Sandy Cohn did a great presentation to XBA about how to start conversations with people, and that'll be coming up in the next week or two, Tom, depending on what your schedule is. But why don't you take it away and close us up for the day?
All right. Thanks, Colli. I hope everyone realizes the true master that we have here in sharing our Xango compensation plan. She does an awesome job. Thank you so much, Colli Butler. So, yes, I know in 2 weeks on the 28th, Carol and I will be sharing with everyone the In the Know call. A couple days before we do that, Xango comes on with a lot of the founders and Ryan Anderson and others, and they share brand new things that are going on for the month. Last month we shared about make sure everybody's on ADP, there's lots of special things, emails. Make sure your email is correct in your back office so you're getting those emails from Xango. And make sure your people and yourself are on ADP because they'll be sending out special offers. Be looking around the Thanksgiving days. There'll be a lot more specials, buy one, get one, free shipping and handling, a lot of different things coming up through November. And get excited about getting to the next trip, folks. You don't want to miss this. Over 900 people going on this first trip. You know, some from 1Ks to 500Ks are going on this. This is a special trip that Xango's put together. You want to be there. And so get to the next one. We already know the dates and things. We put those out there. And so we'll be sharing a little bit about that in a couple weeks. But we're just so thankful you all came on this morning and listened to the XU training being live right from Xango corporate office there. Colli is there with the XBA training today, and so many others are too. We're excited that people from all over the world are flying in for this Xango Business Academy. We want you there too. If you haven't got your place yet, it's $99. I think it's $149 for two people to come in. If you're a couple or you have a spouse or a friend to come with you, get on the email to kelly.allred@xango.com. Tell her, hey, I want to be at the next January XBA. Let us know because it's filling up. I know the other night at our local meeting here, gosh, I think 15 or so of us said, we want to go, we want to come back, we want to be a part of it. So it'll fill up fast. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon and weekend. And our prayers go out to France. And we remember them greatly today. Let's hold them up and be a part of their country. Thanks, everyone. Take care. God bless.